What's going on, guys? It's Flame, and welcome to the next episode of my Let's Play of Windward. Now, I'm actually really excited for this episode, as I'm going to be showing off a feature that was essentially a suggestion I made. The developer just tweaked it a little bit, and... oh, excuse me. Ugh, bleh. Okay, so, basically... I think I mentioned this in the first and second episode or so, but I mentioned about a diving bell sort of feature where you got this diving bell and you go to these sort of wrecks right here and you drop the diving bell and you have a chance of getting loot, etc. Now, he has essentially put this in, but instead of having a diving bell, you have a diving suit. Now, at the bottom here, you can see I've actually got a couple more sort of extra abilities here and stuff, but the one we're interested in right now is this one right here. So the ability is called Walk the Plank. So send one or more expendable crewmen down to the wreck below, possibly even with enough air to come back up. So as you can imagine, you find these little wrecks. Now these little wrecks are where the sort of the booty, the loot that you can see sort of randomly floating around the map actually spawns. They spawn now and then from these here. They just pop out, so they do, and they float depending on whatever direction the wind is going, indicated by the clouds here. As you can see, it's coming from the bottom there and heading up north. So, but anyway, so what you do then is you literally just click the button. You use 2 stone. All depends on the sort of the region you're in, I believe. But it uses 2 stone, and you randomly get an item or some money or some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? What are those sort of materials? There we go. So you get random materials and whatnot. You do get, as I said, items and equipment and whatnot. As you can see, I have played on quite a little bit. It is starting to get to that point in the game where things are just repeating, and I honestly don't think you guys would enjoy watching me just doing things over and over again that I've already done in previous episodes. I'm actually thinking the next thing sort of up in the Let's Play would be to actually join someone's dedicated multiplayer server, so it wouldn't either just be me or me and Vincent on at the one time. There'll be a few other people in it as well, and they'll be all in the different factions and stuff, and hopefully get some nice PvP or whatever going on. But anyway, back to the items. So you do have a chance at getting some of the equipment, some of these items here, from using the diving suit too. So if I actually bring this back up, the diving suit actually goes into this slot here. This is sort of your tool slot. Now, what was really cool is that you can combine the various tools into captain's tools, which allows you to have the benefits of, for example, the spyglass, grappling hook, and diving suit all on the on your ship. And I'll explain what these do. So the spyglass actually increases your field of view. So from what you're looking top down here, as you can see, I can see a decent little bit around me. And if I was to take this off, it would zoom in slightly, as you can see there. So it's pretty handy. It is pretty handy. The grappling hook is essentially, it allows you to grab the loot and whatnot a little different distance way. So as you actually seen there, the loot or the salvage, the booty, whatever you want to call it, actually spawns from the wreckage here. Now, I should say that the diving suit does have a cooldown in which you can use it, and there is a cooldown on how many times you can actually loot the same wreckage. So for instance, the actual base cooldown is 20 seconds, and the cooldown in which you can then sort of use the diving suit again on the same wreckage is about 1.5 minutes. Now, I have actually timed that as well. I was interested in that myself. But we'll just do that again, see what we get. Anything nice? Anything nice? Oh, red iron ammunition. So there we go, that's pretty nice. Well, not nice than what I have, but you get the gist. You get the gist. So it is pretty awesome. I'm actually really happy the developer did take my suggestion on board and implemented it. I think it suits the game quite well, and it gives you something sort of different to do to sort of gain loot, really. I mean, it's not something sort of major, but it's just a little thing, just a little thing. So we'll just have a little scavenge around here, see what we get. So it's actually really handy to have the grappling hook whenever you're doing this. So it is. Oh, just as I remember now, to get the diving suit, you can essentially, it's the word of the episode apparently, essentially, so you can actually get it from one of the sort of higher sort of level towns in a higher region, and it is rare. It is actually rare. I believe the developer said there is a 20% chance of it sort of spawning in a shop. So you would go into a town, go to the items menu, and this is where it will be here. Now, I managed to get mine for about 1300 gold, so that wasn't too bad, and I have to admit, I was just really, really super excited when I seen it. I could not wait to use it. I was going to wait to share the moment with you guys, but I couldn't wait. But it gave me time to sort of research and whatnot, and share it with you guys to see what's what. Now, there are wrecks that are in the deep water that you physically won't be able to see, but just keep an eye on the actual sort of diving suit helmet there. If it lights up, then you know there's a shipwreck right underneath you, and you can just plop, click it and grab something. I think it is pretty worth it. I mean, it only uses a couple of stone, and from what you get in return is really awesome. I mean, you could get lucky and actually get an equipment item, and of course, it may actually be useful for you, or you could just sell it for the gold, which what I've mainly been doing, to be honest. I just mainly sell for the gold. I mean, that there red iron ammunition sells for about 422 gold. That's awesome. So, what else can we go through in this episode while we are here? It's probably going to be a short episode. It's not going to be as action-packed. It's more of an explanation sort of thing, showing off the feature and whatnot. So, yeah, we've showed my gear. So I'm actually level 31 now, and as you can see, I've mainly put my points into sort of the offensive. I've branched out into the defensive, really, to get some abilities. So I've got the hasty repairs, which allows you to repair 30% hull and 60% seal damage over 10 seconds. That is very, very nice, very helpful. I do have the Groglog cocktail, of course, still. That's all maxed out. It's very nice. I have Fog of War. Now, I only have the 1 point into it. It basically removes you from combat for a little bit, giving you time to sort of repair. It lasts for 6 seconds, and honestly, I think that's sort of enough to really get you repaired a little bit and back into the fight to maybe finish other people off. So I've only put 1 point into that. I've started putting points into the Lucky Charm to get those awesome sort of legendary items and all that good stuff, like these the ammunition here. I got this not so long ago, actually. It was very, very awesome. Now, I also have a new ship. I do have a new ship. This is the Brig of War. So it cost about 49,000. So it was a little bit of grinding, but it does seem to be getting a lot easier to get gold in the higher leveled regions. So that's quite nice. And of course, there is the combat instance that you can hop into. I find the combat instance to be a bit better for gaining gold and whatnot. And of course, you're killing things, you're shooting pirates and whatnot, so that's quite nice as well. And let's see, we'll show the region map. So as you can see, I've essentially captured sort of my quarter of the starting map there. So, well, I say we, I mean me and Vincent, we've been working together on this. He's currently doing something else, so I thought I'd leave him to it. And it gives me time to sort of show off the diving suit and update you guys on what's been going on. As I said, it is starting to get to that point where it is going to get a little bit repetitive, especially for just sort of single play or just co-op, really. I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. That, and it's kind of... frog stuck in the throat there. I am kind of disappointed that the AI factions don't push out as well to capture all the different places too. I think that should be something the developers should implement, especially if you're playing on your own. I mean, it's going to be pretty easy to just charge in here at a higher level and just, blah, you're dead. And especially with the option turned on that, it's not here at the minute, but the option turned on that has the factions to permanently be at war, it kind of seems like a redundant option if the other factions aren't going to be meeting each other anyway because they're not expanding. So that it's kind of weird. I mean, it might be meant for multiplayer. I'm not sure, but we have captured a nice bit of the region here. We're starting to go into the higher levels. So 24 is essentially going to be our max region area until we go, I think it's further south. Yeah, so we go further south into this sort of empty space here. It seems that the region requirements get higher the further away they are from any faction. So we'll ideally want to go there. I'm not going to bother sort of just charging in to capture one of the factions. I am just going to go sort of straight down into the high level areas, see what all the stuff we can get. In the future, I am going to be checking out a multiplayer server. I have decided I will check out a multiplayer dedicated server where there's going to be loads and loads of people in there, so we can, as I said, get into some lovely, awesome PvP action. See how we do in that. So there's a wreckage here we can dive into. So there you go. So we got pretty much 22 extra stone there. Sounds very nice. Oh, another. It spawned some loot as we were going away anyway. So I think that's pretty much covers the update and the what's been happening so far. But yeah, Vincent has got a couple of ship upgrades as well, which is awesome. He's leveled up nicely too, and I'll actually run it by him to see what he thinks about actually trying a multiplayer dedicated server. I believe you're actually able to bring your own ship, so that means my ship at current being level 31, all the talents, all my items, whatnot, I'll be able to bring the ship into a multiplayer dedicated server that actually has that option enabled. There is the option which sort of disables player ships, so you're forced to start from scratch. That is something I don't really want to do, because obviously people will have sort of played on that for a bit. They'll have essentially got to the place where I am at right now, and what they could do is they could just literally just own me, really. But from what I've heard, the community is quite nice. I'm kind of expecting a sort of a dread pirate or something to come here, but he's not arriving. He is not arriving. I'm disappointed. So to end the episode, I'm just gonna head back to, I believe it's this region here. Now we have, no, it's not this region. My bad. Is it this one? I think it's this one. So upon capturing this next region here, and of course having Pogsville set up, Vincent decided he wanted a town of his own, so he created Valenville up there. We do have both of our towns maxed out. Now, as you can see, the size of my town is only 8, whereas Vincent's is 10. Now, that is because Vincent actually made his town with a quest, and the quest's placement for the towns actually have different statistics. So, for instance, for talking's sake, he could have chose to start the town on the left side of the island here, or the right side. Now, depending on what side would depict what goods it would produce and the size of the town it can grow to. So that's pretty nifty as well. Another thing is that you can actually upgrade your current equipment when you are at a max level 10 town as well by just right clicking there, and you can see you can just click upgrade using 11,350 gold. Now that will vary depending on your diplomacy as well. Now I've sacrificed diplomacy for pretty much weapons and shitty things and explosions and whatnot, so that's why that's a bit low for me. What I will do is I'm gonna have a little nosy through these, see what ones I can upgrade, just to see the difference. So that there's looking good right now. Sort of 6,500, 13,000. Can't upgrade that. So you can't actually upgrade the ammunition coating either. That's another thing. The ammunition coating, I have changed to corrosive ammunition coating. I did use the war ball for a little bit, and it is nice. I still have it. It is nice, but when I'm on my own and just wanting to deal damage, the corrosive ammunition is actually really, really awesome. So some cannonballs actually are coated in a corrosive substance that actually bypass the armor. So that's pretty nifty. So, oh wow, 101,000 to upgrade the legendary ammunition. That is insane. It looks like the... Who is he? The specialist. He's the cheapest to upgrade, so we'll upgrade that. So let's see. Level is 15. 6, 8, 35, 14, 18, sum of 81. So let's see how much this changes when we upgrade it. There we go. Wow, that is a hell of a boost. That is very nice. So it looks like you can actually only upgrade it once, or maybe you can only upgrade it once per town. So if I was to go to another town, let's actually do this for science, guys. We'll do this for science. I remember Tortuga is size 10 as well, I believe. So anyway, that's not Tortuga. Where am I going? Oh yeah, Tortuga's all the way back in our starting area here. So let's see, is Tortuga rank 10? No, it's only rank 6. Oh well. Well, we're not going to be checking that in anytime soon. So that's disappointing. Disappointing there. But there we go. That's what we've been up to. And as I said, I was quite excited to show off the diving suits feature there as well. Very, very awesome little feature. I would like to see some more things added to sort of not make the sort of core game get as repetitive as quickly, because right now it is essentially just either do a bit of trading back and forth from town to town, kill a bunch of pirates, take over a region, that's it. It is starting to get a bit boring. I mean, this game's amazing. I do love the game. It is really, really awesome. It's just a shame that if you are playing single player, it does get pretty repetitive. But things, the sort of tone of the game might change when playing against a whole bunch of other players that are all in the different factions and stuff like that. So that'll be quite interesting as well. I'll definitely put that across to Vincent to see what he thinks. But if he's not really up to it, I will hop in to a dedicated server to check it out, and I will get an episode going for it too. These episodes do seem like they will be slowing down. As I said, I am essentially running out of things to share with you guys that I think you will enjoy. So I don't think it was a bad start to do Let's Plays. The only problem is that I have to think of another game I can start doing a Let's Play on. So that's something I'm going to have to think about in the future. I will, of course, still post the videos of the other games that I'm playing, sort of random clips and stuff like that. So far it seems to be War Thunder, but War Thunder is quite fun. I am enjoying War Thunder again. But anyway, that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you do, be sure to leave a like and comment on the video if you guys are enjoying it, and you know what you would like to see me do. It'd be awesome to get a little bit of interaction with you guys, and the support is greatly appreciated. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.